Hello, great people. I want to share with you what our Nigerian brothers and sisters are currently going through in Libya. The Libyan government suddenly began a mass arrest of Nigerians, and Nigerians in Libya right now are running helter-skelter. In this video, I'll be telling you what inspired the arrest, why Nigerians in Libya are being arrested and detained, why a fine of at least as low as $500 is being imposed on them, what inspired it, and what is the thinking of the Libyan people as regards this. So I'll be covering all these and more for you in this video. If you are yet to subscribe, do subscribe to this channel. Now let's dive into this issue, great people. The Libyan government began this arrest because there was a mass protest from the citizen of Libya as regards the second leg of the football match that was to happen between the Super Eagles and the Libya team. Perhaps you've read in the news not too long ago, some days ago, that Nigerian team were in Libya, and when their plane was about to land after flying over 4 hours, they were directed to another airport. They were to land in Benghazi, but suddenly the pilot received signal that he should go and land in another airport, which is not in Benghazi. And there the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and of course you know that we have some good players in the Super Eagles that are international superstars that are doing well for themselves. They were there at the airport, and the video was making the rounds all over media, and some of them even had to cry out on social media that we don't know whether we are safe, we don't know what's happening, we've been here for over 20 hours. So after the outrage, NFF, Nigeria Football Federation, swung into action, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria decided that they are going to boycott that match, and they decided to return to Nigeria. So this led to an issue between Nigeria and the football team of Libya. So there's been this back and forth before them, and when such a thing happens, they have to go to the football governing body, this time Confederation of African Football, popularly called CAF. So CAF set up a committee to review the issue, and the committee came up with a decision that the Libyan government and the Libya Football Federation, LFF, Libyan Football Federation, is guilty, and they awarded Nigeria the maximum 3 points and also award Nigeria 3 goals for the match that was boycotted, that Nigeria was right to have, under the circumstance that they subject them to, that Nigeria was right to have boycott that match. Now that decision, apart from the 3 points that was awarded to Nigeria, the 3 goals, they also said that the Libya Football Federation should pay a fine of $50,000 within 60 days. Now, this decision led to mass outrage against Nigerians in Libya, that that it is an injustice to them and it will be appealed. Now, Libyan people have one character. They don't know how to hide their feelings. They don't know how to, there are some people that when something is wrong with them, when they are displeased with something, they don't know how to hide. They ventilate their anger. So the Libya people falls into this category of people, and they were now agitating that is injustice to them, and the best way of revenge is for their government to be arresting Nigerians, that there are so many Nigerians in Libya that do not have papers, and those Nigerians should be arrested, should be detained, and should be made to pay fine of no less than $500 US. Now, there's a principle, there's a law in international football that football is a game, and it should be treated as such whether you win or lose. That football should not bring about crisis between two countries, that you should not let anything that pertains to football come in between the international relation of two countries. In this case, the Libya Football Federation and the people of Libya are breaching that particular law, which may come with severe consequence. But the thing now is the Nigerians in Libya are being massively arrested, and people are clamoring, people are feeling unsafe, that they are just picking Nigeria, whether you, even if you have Libyan passport, even if you have residence or valid permit, they were being picked up and locked up. Now, why would the Libyan government like why would they subscribe to that? It is just because the Libyan citizens were pressuring their government to act, and it even involved the police, because I read in the report that a particular Nigerian who has what they call an Arab master, maybe that's what they call their boss there, that his Arab master is a policeman, and he called him specifically that he shouldn't go out at all, not even to buy food or anything, because Nigerians are being picked up. So there's been this massive arrest. But one thing that comes to mind is the Libyan people were making an argument that Nigerians should be arrested and most likely deported if they can't pay the fine, because Nigeria is not of any advantage to them. They are saying that Nigeria does not share border with Libya, so they can do anyhow they want to Nigerians, and it is Nigerians in Libya that will pay that money indirectly, that when they arrest Nigerians in Libya, they will get fine from them, and they will use it to pay the 50,000 US dollars fine that the CAF, Confederation of African Football, have imposed on the LFF, Libya Football Federation. Now, who we go blame for this thing? In all honesty, I put the blame on Nigerian government, because in the countries in the world, Nigeria has not passed through what Libya passed through recently. In terms of war, the fall of Muammar Gaddafi, that was, and the aftermath of it, when Muammar Gaddafi was ousted, and there was so much crisis in the country. In fact, I heard that in Libya, there are like two separate governments. So in a destabilized country, a country that has suffered the ousting of the government of Muammar Gaddafi, is now harassing Nigeria. Nigeria that is rich in oil, human and natural resources. You see wetin our government they do. And I pity some of you that you are being blinded by tribe, you are being blinded by ethnicity and religion. You see, when the gbedu, according to Bonner, when he enter body, you go no say no be easy thing, because that thing will push people go the hustle for Libya. That thing will push them where they suffer now. And they warm up, you understand? They support bad governance, you hear? No, they support good thing. They support people based on tribe, based on religion. No wahala. That thing will lead them where they suffer now. If they warm up for you too, where be say you go know what's up at the end of the day. These people in Libya, what led most of them out is frustration. Why do I say so? I've visited countries that they don't travel. Their citizens don't travel. They don't want to travel. They don't want to go to anywhere. Why? They are okay with the situation of things in their country. But Nigeria, everybody want to japa jadanu. Because why? The atmosphere is not favorable. For instance, the government, I did a video when the Minister of Finance said that the Tinubu government has spent about 650 billion naira, that 25 million Nigerians were being given 25,000 naira each. And I did a video just like this. And I asked that if you are watching the video, please state, did you receive it? Because at least that means that 1 out of 8 Nigerians, if Nigeria is 200 million population, 1 out of 8 Nigerians must have received that money. Nobody that watched that video have said that they received the money. Maybe I will attach the video as an end note to the end of this video so that you get to watch it too. I don't know whether you've received the money. Most of our people that are there, they went to Libya by road. Maybe their destination is Europe, but some of them are always being robbed on the way. Maybe they don't have money to board boat by road to Italy, and they decide to seek a bit of greener pasture in Libya to gather money so that they can have money for the boat to cross over to Europe. And some of them are being subjected to inhumane treatment. Some of them are being raped. Some of them are being molested. Some of them are being locked up and harassed. Imagine a country like Libya, Libya of all countries, intimidating, harassing, and arresting Nigerians. Is that not enough for the government of Nigeria to be crying? Is that not enough for leaders of Nigeria to be in tears? Because I have always said that if you have ruled this country before, whether at the federal level and at the state level, because I'm the local government is not a viable tier of government, not until the Supreme Court ruling. Now, if you have ruled Nigeria at either the federal or state level before, whether as a legislator or part of the executive, and Nigeria is the way it is now, any state in Nigeria whereby there's poverty and hardship in the land, shame on you. Big shame on you, because look at what our people are facing in Libya. Imagine you being arrested and detained. Some of those people that have been arrested are citizens of the Niger Delta. Some of them, oil pipeline pass through their backyard, but they are slaving in Libya just to make ends meet. You can imagine what our people are facing. And look at the Libyan currency. If you ask Nigerians to pay $500 at least, at the end of the day, the Libyan government will even recover more than that $50,000 that the Libya Football Federation was fined. Now, what is making me unhappy is that some of the Libyan people, they don't have a good sense of history, in the sense that when the government of Muammar Gaddafi was ousted in Libya, there were escape of weapons from Libya, and some of those weapons allegedly end up on Nigerian soil. That's why you see that some of the weapon that is being used by all these bandits, Boko Haram, their true origin is Libya. So Nigeria is now suffering, double jeopardy, in the sense that these people think that you are not useful to them, but the weapon that should be in their country now, that it should naturally be used to be destabilizing their country, is now in your own soil, that non-state actors are using it to destabilize your country. One. Two, your country is at least have great mineral resources, and by the fact that there has been no war in Nigeria, if you have good leadership, Nigeria should be more prosperous than Libya. But your citizens, who should be living like kings, are now slaving in Libya. Now, Nigeria being the giant of Africa before now, imagine, that is the triple jeopardy. Imagine a Libyan saying that Nigeria is not of any use to them. Is it not Libyan that are supposed to be coming to Nigeria to come and hustle? You now find Nigerians going to Libya to hustle. And you will see that our politicians, I don't know what is their pride. They call themselves Your Excellency, Your Excellency. I call them unexcellent excellencies. The only thing excellent in them maybe is their 10-yard agbada, because all of them, you see them in agbada. Apart from that, there's nothing excellent, in most of Nigerian leaders. There are few Nigerian leaders, but if you look at majority of them, they are just birds of the same feather, and they don't really care about what Nigerians are going through. Look at the exchange rate. I heard that a lot of Nigerian students abroad cannot really cope. Those that are from average family that manage to go abroad to study. You understand? So people are facing a lot, but Nigerian government seem not to care. And I just hope that the Libyan government will be careful. But if we try to retaliate, sincerely, how many Libyans do we have? Let's be sincere with ourselves. How many Libyans, do you see around? They are Libyans, but they are not as many, so we cannot retaliate. And Nigeria is not giving them any aid, any loan, or any major assistance. So how do we retaliate? This is a wake-up call for Nigerian government to begin to look at, bringing succumb to the citizens, so that we don't have to travel abroad to go and hustle and be facing insult. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science. Do well to subscribe, do well to turn on your notification button, and of course, till I see you again, I'm just around the corner, and I have great videos coming your way. You already know that I love you all sincerely.